So this is a Salesforce Commerce plus data plus AI use case. And here we're going to be looking at enhanced product recommendations. So Agentforce for Commerce provides an out-of-the-box tool called product recommendations. But here I'm going to enhance product recommendations by incorporating product review summaries in the inference. And this use case builds on a prior use case called product review summaries. So you'll see in the screen grab here a custom field on the product object called product review summaries. So you need to implement that before you can go ahead and implement this enhanced product recommendation use case. A few notes before we start. Like I said, we assume that the product review summary field is populated on the product object. Number two, I haven't included pricing in the agent response. If you want to implement price in the agent response, there's some additional steps that you'll need to take that aren't done here. Third, product filtering is not implemented. So this demo assumes that the entire catalog is searchable, but in production environments, you might have multiple sites or multiple catalogs, things on and offline. So you'll need to implement additional product filtering. And then lastly, error handling and scaling are not implemented. So the product licenses required are B2B commerce or D2C commerce, Data Cloud, and Agentforce. So for our approach, we'll use the standard CRM connector to ingest product object records from CRM into Data Cloud, into a data stream. We'll map that into a DMO, and then we will create a search index and a retriever on that DMO to be used in an Agentforce agent action. So for a build plan, we have two sections. The first is to enable vector search. So we need to add the product review summary source field to the product data stream. We need to map that field to a DMO. Then we need to create a search index and then create a retriever. And then the second section is to create the agent action. So we'll create a flex prompt template that generates the product recommendations. And then we'll create an agent action using that prompt template to make it available to the buyer's agent. Okay, so this is the Commerce app within Salesforce Admin, and you'll see this product record like roast beans, and you'll see product review summary populated as well as the product description. And I'm going to give a demo from the live storefront. So this is my Alpine Group B2B commerce storefront that sells coffee related products, and I have the buyer's agent open. So I'm going to ask the buyer's agent for a recommendation. Which of your coffee beans has a citrus flavor? And hopefully the agent will go and use my enhanced product recommendations tool in order to generate a recommendation. Okay, here we go. So it's come back with one recommendation, and that recommendation is the light roast beans. So you'll see in the description, there's a combination of the product description as well as customer review summaries. And in this case, the customer review summary is the one that has information about citrus note. And that's helped the agent to hone in on specific recommendation here related to the citrus flavor of this particular bean. Okay, so our first step is to add the product review summary source field to the data stream and map that to the product DMO. So I am in Data Cloud app in the data stream tab, and I'm on the product data stream. So again, this will be out of the box with the CRM connector, but what I need to do is add that custom source field to my data stream. So I've already completed that, and you'll see on the fields here, product review summaries. When you come to do this yourself, you simply add source fields and you'll select product review summary from the available fields, tick it and save that additional field. So the second step is to map that field to your DMO. So I have a product DMO already mapped for other fields within the data stream, but I need to map the product review summary to the DMO. So I create a custom field on the DMO called product review summary. I do a very straightforward one-to-one mapping between that data stream field and the DMO field. Okay, so those are the first two steps completed. The next is to create search index and a retriever. So if I go to the search index tab within Data Cloud, I can create a new search index. I've already completed mine here. So the source data model object is the product DMO that we looked at before. And for my configuration, I'm essentially chunking, vectorizing two fields, the product description and the product review summary. And I'm using the standard passive extraction chunking strategy with a 512 token chunk size. Vectorization embedded model is the standard. And for filtering is kind of additional fields that you can put into the search index that may be helpful for the search. So I've added product name and product code to that as well. But the main search will be on product description and product review summary. So the next step is to create a retriever. A retriever is the thing that you can reference in a prompt template in order to do a vector search. So I come to Einstein Studio tab and retrievers, and I can create a new retriever, but I have one here already. And the configuration of this is fairly straightforward. I need to tell the retriever what DMO object I'm referring to, which in my case is product, and then I need to reference the search index, which is the one I just completed there, Commerce UCO 003. Also in the configuration, I need to specify which fields are returned. So this specifically is when you call this retriever, what information do you want to be packaged up and sent back to the prompt template? And in my case, I want to send back the product code, aka SKU. I want to send the product name, product description, product review summary, and product ID. So those are the steps for the first section to enable the vector search. So now I need to create the agent action, and I'll need to create a prompt template and then add that to an agent action within my buyer agent. So I've created a flex prompt template and crafted a prompt that essentially tells the LLM that they are a product advisor. They're given an input from the user, and their job is to find the best match products to meet that need and present it back to the customer. There are two embedded elements here within this template. The first is the raw input from the user. So if I'm searching on what's the best citrus flavored bean, that will be resolved here within the search input. And the second embedded element is the retriever. So the retriever we built before, this will go and do a vector search based on that input and then return all the results into this prompt. So you can see here this is the resolution of the prompt. My search text is citrus flavored bean, which you can see here, and then embedded here are the results from the vector search. So you'll see structured output here with however many products the vector search returns. And the job of the LLM is to take this output and figure out what the best response might be. You see here that the response for this particular query is this structured output. And this is what we'll see within our buyer agent. Okay, so the last step in the process is to come to your agent. Now I'm in the Salesforce buyer agent, the out-of-the-box buyer agent, and that has a product recommendations topic. Now I can use that topic and replace the tool. So everything you see here within the Commerce product recommendation
topic we can largely use as is. You can modify scope or any of the wording or the instructions if you need, but what you can simply do is just replace the product recommendation standard action with your prompt template that you've just created. So once I've done that, I can do a similar check here, make sure it works. So the agent has correctly resolved to use the commerce recommendation topic, and the action it's used is my enhanced product recommendations prompt template. Here's the input text, and then here's the output response. So that completes the build. In summary, for the most part, the product recommendations capability that's out of the box with the buyer's agent is going to suit a lot of use cases, and it has the benefits of kind of the built-in security, scalability, and so on that you'll need. For customers that have specific recommendations requirements, the out-of-the-box capability might not be a fit, so you might need to go down this path in order to implement more custom use cases. But I think this is a great use case for if you're starting out with Agentforce, because it really touches virtually all of the building blocks within the platform and gives you a sense of how they connect together.